Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. Got a few topics to discuss in this latest Moon Family Sedan room temperature video experience. We'll be starting with this. From you today, here we go. Why do whales keep accumulating XRP? And I'm going to share with you this story in conjunction with some interesting data that I'm paying more attention to lately than I normally do because this particular metric is not behaving like normal. Has to do with the number of new XRP accounts continuing to be created. I'm telling you what's been happening for the last several weeks or so. Definitely not within norms. I also want to share with you some perspective from David Schwartz, who of course is Ripple's CTO, co-creator of the XRP Ledger. He was talking about effectively the purpose of investing and just the stuff that he was saying. He used his own words, but it seemed very similar to something that I've been communicating on this YouTube channel for almost 4 entire years at this point. And I tell you, a couple things. First of all, as I said, it kind of blows my mind. It's been almost 4 years at this point. We're almost there. A few more days. And second point, it just when it comes to investing, it's just like I understand why, because I understand humans are emotional beings, but when it comes to investing, it's the age-old thing of just people wanting to throw their money at whatever's hot. So, the FOMO into whatever's blowing up at the moment, which almost always a terrible idea. And then there's the panic selling. And then there was also this article from You Today titled, "I'm not huge fan of XRP, but I want Ripple to win. Miles Deutscher says, here's why." And this should be applauded. So this guy, he's not a fan of XRP, but in my book, that's okay. People that don't like the same cryptocurrency as me don't suddenly become my enemy. I don't suddenly not like them. If anything, as long as they're civil, I think it's fun to have a discussion with these people, even if we end up not coming to any sort of agreement, if we can just respectfully disagree. I only dislike it rather when there's trolly people who are not, interested in coming to whatever is actually true in life. It's okay to disagree, but when they're you're just being a room temperature cottage cheese eating Bitcoin maxi troll, that I have little tolerance for. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So this chart in the middle of your screen here is the number of new XRP accounts activated. I had to go back just a few months just so you can kind of see what the trend has been in recent months. I dated it back to August 1st of this year and then ended yesterday, December 9th. So we've got a full day of data there. And you can see it's pretty normal if you go back to August to have anywhere around let's call it 1,000 to maybe 1,300 accounts, new accounts per day, 1,000 to 1,300. And you could see it dip a little below that at times. Like here's on August 23rd, it was only 856. And it bounces around a bit. And you can see time November 8th rolls around, you just to the upside. For those who look at the screen, you already know. When FTX collapsed, people were scared, rightfully so, out of their ever-loving minds. And it was the kick in the rear side that a lot of people needed to get their XRP off of exchanges. And I'm not talking about FTX. FTX stopped withdrawals. For so many people, it was already too late. Some people did get their stuff off. But for so many people, they saw that fall apart. And they're like, well, I've got my crypto on a different exchange or exchanges. And so many people it was decided it was a call to action. And I think that's a good thing. And they took their XRP off. And you can see at the peak here on November 13th, it resulted in almost 10,000 new accounts created in one day. So from August, about 1,000 in a day to almost 10,000 in a single day, November 13th. And then it did go back down after some of the hysteria wore off. But it's been weird because the last several weeks, we're at this new sustained level. And if this is exclusively because of the FTX situation, I mean, maybe, but you guys tell me what you think. Seriously, in the comment section, is that weird to you, though? Is it? No, seriously, is that weird to you? Because, normally, when there are these scary moments, if you look back to what happened with the Luna collapse and, Celsius and Voyager all at different points in time, for each of those, there was a spike also in new XRP accounts, even though it didn't exclusively have anything to do with XRP. But it was very short-lived. And then we just got back to the norm. Why has it been a month and we haven't seen that? Could it be, because look, we're not seeing exciting price action or crazy volume currently as a result of this on the XRP ledger, but Is it possible that to some degree this has anything to do? I'm just speculating. That I'm not highly confident this is the case, but I'm asking, like, maybe it is. Is it also possible that part of this is like a high confidence in Ripple defeating the SEC and having clarity for XRP? Because there has been a lot of legal stuff unfolding over the last month also. And that somewhat lines up with all the amicus briefs. Think about it. I mean, that was happening, and a lot of them were happening about the same time that the FTX crash was happening. Is this just a vote of confidence in XRP getting a vote of thumbs up in the United States? It's not the craziest idea. I kind of hope so, because the idea of this sustained, XRP account creation over a month seems strange to me. If that's the case, fine. That's not how people behaved in the past when scary things happen, though. That's why I'm kind of wondering. And this is the only other thing I could think of. So maybe I'm missing something again. You guys just tell me in the comment section below, but that's what I'm thinking. And so as far as this article from you today, why do whales keep accumulating? They're kind of speculating that whales are doing that because of the SEC v. Ripple case. I don't really need to read the article. Some of it's on your screen there if you want to pause and take a look at it. But yeah, also, there have been all sorts of larger accounts purchasing XRP. Is any surprise? Like, we've seen a massive price collapse for the entire crypto asset class, including XRP. As I record this, XRP's at 39 cents. And yes, if it gets down this low, certain people find that as an opportunity. And as far as investing goes, I'm going to share with you some wisdom from David Schwartz. And he wrote the following. It has to do with investing, and this really resonated with me. So I hope it does with you as well. He said, when you buy an asset in the expectation of it appreciating in value, whether it's a security, a commodity, a collectible, or whatever, its present value and everything built into that doesn't matter. And by the way, if that sounds weird to you by the end of this very short thread, you'll see why he's saying what he's saying, and it makes all the sense in the world. And he's not talking about XRP here, but I think it applies to pretty much anything, including XRP. And then he said, you get 100% of the value of that, but you pay 100% of the value of that too. That constant will have no effect on your gains or losses. All that matters is what can change. If what goes into its value changes, say increasing by 10%, you will make a 10% profit. If it goes down, decreasing by 10%, you will take a 10% loss. This leads to some counterintuitive conclusions. For example, if you think Bitcoin use will explode in the future, understand that you are paying for that belief. It's built into the price you pay. If people didn't think that, the price would be lower and you would get more Bitcoin for the same money. What matters when you buy an asset for speculation is what will change over time. Will it get better or worse? Will its value grow or will it shrink? Poor present value is a plus. It means you pay less for the same amount of expected future growth. So let me pause right there. That is what I've been saying on this channel in a nutshell for years and years and years. By the time everybody agrees that XRP made sense, it's too late. You have to go against the grain and have a bunch of people tell you you're stupid and wrong about crypto in general. I mean, certainly about crypto in general. I believe about XRP. And I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. You do whatever you want. This is just my personal, unprofessional opinion here, but I strongly believe it. The time to do it is this region of time, just roughly speaking. Even over the last 5 years. And XRP's been all over the place, just like XRP's moves in tandem with the crypto asset class, and certainly been volatile. But it was the time to buy Amazon when it's right now, or would have been better if purchased it after its price plummeted 90%, whatever it was, because it was worth something like $106, $107, and then what did it go down to? I'm pulling from memory, so it could be a little off, but it didn't go down like $6 or $7. And people weren't believing in it. But for those who were actually paying attention at the metrics of Amazon, be like, okay, well, the price is going down, but we just had a bubble pop, and the .com bubble popped, and it looks like XRP, or I'm sorry, not XRP. It looks like Amazon was, getting hit as a result of that, just as many other .coms were. But for the people paying attention, but the business is getting better. It just keeps getting, you're talking about more people coming on using Amazon. in terms of, economies of scale, that's improving, user experience, all that stuff. All the business metrics that matter, those were getting better, but the price was going down. And so people saw that as an opportunity, but they're like, you're nuts. It just went, are you kidding? It lost 90% of its value. You're going to buy this piece of junk? How is that any different than what's happening with XRP? XRP, it's in the gutter compared to its all-time high, but that's not me slamming XRP. I'm like, that's the opportunity, right? That's the opportunity. It's in the gutter compared to its all-time high. And all the metrics that matter are improving, in terms of adoption. And yes, in the United States, we've got to worry about, what's happening there. And, I'm sure there'll be global price ramifications in the negative if it doesn't go well. And that would be on a global scale, but then markets correct. And I don't know what that would mean for me since I'm in the United States, but I'm still optimistic for a good ruling. So yes, there is that as a consideration. I'm not pretending like that's not a risk. There's always risk investing in anything anyway. But all of that's happening. And so, what are you paying for? When you're buying this in terms of the value of it, it's like the value is what it is, but you're paying for it because you believe that the value will be worth substantially more in the future. And so the way that he worded it, I just thought it was artful, and so I wanted to share it. And then he said, when you look at buying something as an investment, particularly something that doesn't produce a revenue stream just from holding it, what matters is how you think its value will change, not what value it has right now. Yes, that is so succinct. The value, so the price of XRP is what it is right now, but the degree to which I think it's going to change, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's the reason I haven't sold a single XRP in my entire life. I just continue to hold it. I'm here for the long haul. And I think I always suspected it would take a long time, and I'm just as patient as day one. And I am not kidding about that, by the way, because I don't need to pull out that money now. My life's fine. I'm doing just fine. So whenever it happens, and I'll be all excited just like everybody else. But in the meantime, all good. And then there's this from you today. I'm not a huge fan of XRP, but I want Ripple to win, Miles Deutscher says. And so it's this guy right here. He's got a big following. I'm not familiar with him. 259,000 followers. And here's the tweet that they were talking about. I don't feel the need to read the article really, but here's a tweet. And this is from December 9th, just yesterday. I'm not a huge XRP fan, but for the sake of our industry, I really hope they win. If they don't, there will likely be massive ramifications. Anyone hoping they lose is against crypto. Now, that guy deserves to be applauded. I don't care if he likes XRP or doesn't like XRP. Like, I'm an adult, and again, people don't need to like the same cryptos as me for me to like and respect them. As long as they're adults and they're not being trolly and they're being respectful, awesome. In fact, I enjoy debates. I don't like arguments. I love debates, though. And just because it's fun to share ideas in the earnest efforts of getting to whatever is actually true. So to disagree with somebody who's operating in good faith, that is fun. That's genuinely fun. And I'm not afraid to be wrong either. If you go and just operate in good faith, you don't have to be afraid of being wrong. You just don't make it part of your identity. Just say, I believe so and so, here's why, make your case. So that's fine. So I didn't see anything from him. I even looked up on Twitter. I didn't see anything trolly from him in his history on Twitter. He had some other tweets about XRP, innocuous though. And so, what? Credit where it's due. He doesn't have to like XRP. He gets it though. We need more people like this. This should be applauded. That's why I wanted to highlight this. There's some good stuff out there too. Some good people out there, right? Don't make me eat my words, Miles. I'll go ahead and wrap up here though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.